Bonjour à tous, vous êtes sur Fitness Logique. Aujourd'hui, une petite séance d'eau avec Body by Bax, Big Back by Bax. On va vous emmener avec nous sur une séance d'eau. On va vous montrer quels exercices on choisit, pourquoi, comment bien développer votre dos. On va vous donner plein d'astuces. Allez, c'est parti. Donc là, tout de suite, il fait un high cable bicep curl, qui est un mouvement de stabilisation de la tête humérale sur la scapula. Donc on a fait déjà quelques petits exercices avant ça pour gagner en mobilité, en particulier au niveau de notre flexion de l'épaule, au niveau de l'expansion postérieure. Et là, on vient stabiliser encore une fois l'épaule avec un exercice qui est un peu 3 en 1. J'ai fait un reel à ce sujet.
And bring this back. Good. This back more in space. Yeah, there. Perfect. Bring this up a little bit. Good. But don't lose this. And then push this back towards me. The ribs. The ribs. Turn them. The ribs, not the hips. There we go. That's better. And then turn your head towards here. Yeah, there. That's going to open this space up, right? Turn the spine, back of the spine goes this way. There you go.
Too heavy.
Better, right?
Yeah.
The head turn is a major key.
Yeah.
Like checking cervical rotation is like, if you can't rotate your head to one side, you can't flex your shoulder on the same side. So if you turn your head this way, your spinous process is going that way.
Yeah.
So here is expanding. If I can turn my head to the side this way, see I'm limited here. I know I'll be limited in shoulder flexion
Yeah, I
here.
see what you mean. Let's move
Table
on.
crunch?
Table crunch. Now we're jumping into like cable crunches.
Yeah.
We want to move the rib cage.
Ideally, we would have done cable crunch first.
Okay.
So we expand the rib cage posteriorly by crunching in the front.
Yeah.
So that we are eccentric more through the posterior muscles,
Yeah.
so we can get our arm overhead more. Then we stabilize there. We're both pretty good movers, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
But we want to basically, before we work the lats, I want to make sure that I have a rib cage that the lat can stretch around, so I can make the lat as eccentric as possible, right?
Okay.
Most people are stuck in that extended posture.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to actually stretch their lat. I want to make a rib cage that I can stretch the lat around,
Yeah.
which is what the cable crunch does.
Anything you need to think about on your cable crunches?
I would always pair breath with muscle contraction.
Okay.
So as we inhale, our abdominal region relaxes.
Yeah.
Right? As we exhale, it contracts. So as we do the eccentric, bring our sternum up, we want to inhale slowly and then exhale hard through the mouth like you're blowing out a candle as we contract.
Okay.
Let us come up more, up, more. There we go. And then all the way down. Good. Hold there, crunch more, hold. There we go. Push this towards me. Yeah, there we go. How was it?
I was feeling a stretch actually on the top position in the upper thoracic region.
What do you mean a stretch? On the top, like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's actual T-spine extension.
Yeah, like good.
Yeah.
Like I like that. What about tempo for people who are gonna look at this and be like, oh, it's too slow, I could bang like so many more reps if I was like doing it like...
Yeah, right, like we're not gonna get a huge ab stimulus out of this. Like the goal isn't to take the abs to failure.
But that's important to say, I think, that we're not focusing on actually training abs.
Yeah.
We're training abs as a byproduct.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're focusing on, right?
So the goal of this is to get movement of the rib cage so that our back workout is better.
Yeah.
As soon as we go closer to failure, higher intensities, we limit our ability to move the rib cage around because the loads are heavier, our breaths are a lot shorter.
So we're trying to stay far away from failure.
Yeah, so stay away from failure. It shouldn't be super hard. We shouldn't be like dying, but we should be able to feel things moving.
Okay, perfect.
I try to reach here. Like I try to reach to get my serratus involved.
Okay.
So you're kind of like keeping it here. This is a good cue for like if I'm trying to rock abs.
Yeah.
Right, but if I want to expand my rib cage.
Okay.
I want my serratus
Yeah, I was using my
serratus
technique
things.
of like heavyweight cable crunches.
Yeah, right.
Because it's more comfy to be like here and
exactly.
like not move.
So I think about like pushing my elbows forward, and then like especially when I crunch, keeping my elbows forward, because that's going to compress the rib cage laterally, which is going to expand the rib cage A to P.
Okay.
Right? You think like serratus goes, and then rib cage expands this way. That was nice.
It's dope.
And we want to be able to keep this forward as we bend here. Yeah, perfect. That's what we want. This will get your pump handle up too, right? Breathing in as we extend. That's going to come down here. There we go, perfect.
I think the key also is like not to take too heavy.
Yeah,
like
right?
if it's too heavy, if it's like ab focus, it would be too heavy to actually like get that position. It would be uncomfortable, you know? You would be like, ah. Yeah, perfect.
That looked good though.
Really good. I really like it like that. Ok, donc deuxième exercice, on passe sur un lateral down pour travailler le grand dorsal. Là, on va le faire en unilatéral. On a un petit peu traficoté la position. Why this setup?
Because this seat is here, and this is so far down, we're going to be pulling like behind our head.
I would be pulling here, right?
Yeah, you'd be pulling at the top. It's there. We want to stop like here.
Yeah.
Right, so we put you on the ground, we back you up a little bit, and then we're chilling.
En fait, vu que c'est trop vertical, on va vouloir se reculer un petit peu pour être plus dans la direction des fibres du grand dorsal et pouvoir vraiment tirer bien vers le côté. Là, il essaye juste de créer une contre-force parce que vu que ça va lui tirer vers l'avant et qu'on est trop petit pour mettre notre genou contre ça, et ben du coup il faut qu'on mette la petite pente pour pousser contre et pousser dans cette direction parce que le câble tire dans cette direction et lui il pousse dans cette direction là. Would you say you're missing some range of motion at the bottom?
Not really. I'm not missing it, just because like there's the most tension here, and there's the least tension here.
Yeah.
But on a pull down, like I'm not getting much out of here. But on a row, like this is a very important part, just to go all the way to 0 degrees of extension, and then push this hip back, and this rib cage back in space. Yeah, there we go. Better. Try to get this knee underneath you. Kind of like this.
Yeah.
Try to like slide this forward so you're here, so we can work on that hip extension as well. I wish this floor wasn't like a skating rink.
Bro. Le problème sur ce gym, c'est que le parterre, il est hyper glissant. Ils ont rajouté des mattes ici, mais en fait ici, c'est vraiment glissant. Et donc il est obligé de se mettre devant moi. C'est vraiment chiant. Let's go.
Good, and then keep this down. Pull, yeah, there we go. Yeah, good. Good, turn your head towards that arm. Not your body, your head. Yeah, there we go. Drive. Good, keep a little bit more external rotation on that arm. There it is. Let your scap just do scap things. Yes, perfect. Keep it there.
I felt limited in range of motion, like
because your rib cage is going forward. As you come up, your rib cage goes forward, we're stuck. Keep your rib cage back.
Okay. Would you say that was partial range of motion? Because
if you think about lat things, above here, like 120, your prime mover is your pack. It's full range of motion.
And that's why if you don't like go back also in a sense that you're losing strength if you're staying in that position.
Yes and no, like depending on what you want. If you want to do lat isolation, like don't ever let your arm go past 120. You can do lat things.
Yeah.
Right, but like you also won't allow your arm to go over your head, right? So like,
okay,
those are the people who pay my bills. Yeah.
Here you go. Come on. How do you differentiate like putting your rib cage back from rounding your rib cage?
I would think about like sternum position. If my sternum goes backwards in space, but it's still facing that way, my rib cage is going back. Well, you're just leaning back. And then like if your arms and scaps were to stay where they are, and then this goes back, that's retraction, right? But your sternum's still facing the same way. If your sternum faces downwards, now I'm just rounding. I don't want to do that. I want to move my whole ribs. Yeah.
Woo. Yes, man. Donc pour le deuxième exercice, on va passer sur le extreme row de chez Prime. L'intérêt de cet exercice, c'est qu'on a un support du torse, donc ça permet de bien bouger les scapulas, surtout en bilatéral. Et le principe magnifique de cette machine, c'est que vous pouvez mettre du poids en fonction de là où vous voulez avoir de la résistance. Donc là, c'est au milieu du mouvement. Si vous mettez là, c'est plutôt du poids au début du mouvement. Et vous voyez, à force, le bras de levier va se réduire, donc du coup, ça va y avoir moins de résistance. Mais si vous voulez de la résistance en bas du mouvement, vous avez un troisième truc ici. Vous pouvez en mettre. Et du coup, si vous mettez du poids ici, vous aurez plus de résistance à la fin du mouvement quand vous serez en contraction totale.
We're gonna put another one on the top, right?
Bro, let me do like 1 at 20. What? I didn't know it was get injured or die trying. He just wants more clients, you know? Bon étirement des trapèzes et après une rétraction des scapulas avec une contraction des trapèzes, des rhomboïdes, un peu d'arrière d'épaule, tous les muscles du haut du dos, un peu de grand dorsal forcément. You like it? Yeah? Help me take it now.
You don't need help, man. You don't understand how light Prime machines are.
Vraiment une super machine. It's really good.
Yeah.
I really like it.
Yeah.
What do you like about the chest supported row?
It just allows us to actually have a stable rib cage so that we can move a scap around a rib cage. We want a rib cage that doesn't move and a scap that moves.
Could you replace this with dumbbells and a bench?
Yeah.
That's what you would do if you didn't have this kind of machine?
Yeah, I mean the machine, besides like the resistance profile, it's a little bit different, but like dumbbell chest supported row would be the go.
Cool. How do you place your pelvis? Do you think about anything or?
On this one, not really, because it has like a nice seat and it's quite chest supported, and I know I can get into that extension. Like I don't live in like a lot of extension, but someone who lives in a little bit more extension, I would likely put their feet forward. So if I'm here, I have a little bit more of an extended spine.
Yeah.
I might like drive someone's knees forward.
That's what works better for me.
We just have hip flexion.
Because I have tendency to overextend on this type of exercise.
Yeah.
So I'm always thinking of like keeping it more neutral, you know, and it does help with my pulling.
For me, I have troubles getting like that contraction. I almost overextend on purpose. The spine doesn't work in segments. It works together. So like a little bit of lumbar extension will help me get a little bit thoracic extension.
Do you want to speak maybe about total retraction is elevation with this machine?
I'll do it while you're doing your set.
All right, bro. I'm in the future. Let's go, big dog. Vous voyez vraiment une rétraction totale des scapulas, un bon étirement en bas. Vous avez plus de poids en bas parce qu'on a rajouté une plaque en haut. Et du coup, il y a vraiment un étirement quand elle est en position basse. Vu que le bras de levier diminue, il y a un petit peu moins de résistance de cette plate, mais celle-là prend le relais pour la fin. Heavy.
Très difficile. So if we think about this path here, if we were to flip him up so he's vertical, we would be pulling more down to up. So if we think about like muscle fibers that we're hitting, this would be a little bit more of like a rhomboid-esque exercise. Understanding that the rhomboids run obliquely, they don't run like this. So as his scap comes back and together, it's actually gonna come up into elevation, which is what we want, right? A lot of times we cue scaps can't come up, they can't shrug up, which actually limits our rhomboid contraction. So as you can see here, as his scaps come together, they also come upwards as the rhomboids are contracting.
Je suis content parce que hier on a fait une séance jambes et sur le RDL il m'efface totalement. Il était avec pratiquement 200 kg. Donc je suis content de pouvoir le suivre aujourd'hui sur une séance d'eau. Petite question, est-ce que vous avez déjà utilisé de la crème solaire comme solution d'hydratation? Parce que le caméraman là c'est ce qui m'a sorti hier et j'ai jamais entendu parler de ça, donc je veux bien avoir votre avis. Mettez-le moi en bas dans les commentaires. Donc Donc là, on va passer sur une petite Atlantis que j'adore. On était ici pour le meet-up bayésien. Si vous savez pas ce que c'est bayésien, c'est dans la description. Et je vous conseille d'aller y jeter un œil. Et je montrais aux élèves justement comment utiliser cette machine en fonction de ce qu'on voulait faire. Là, ce qu'on va faire, c'est qu'on veut faire de l'arrière d'épaule, donc deltoïde postérieur. Et pour ce faire, on veut que le coude aille le plus loin possible derrière, parce qu'un extenseur de l'épaule, c'est justement le deltoïde postérieur. Et donc là, il va trouver une position, généralement, c'est aux alentours des 45 degrés d'abduction, donc à peu près ici. Et c'est là que vous allez pouvoir rétracter votre scapula, mais aussi surtout avoir une extension de l'épaule maximum. Donc que ce soit quand vous faites un espèce de fly comme ça, ou quand vous êtes en train de tirer, c'est la même position. Juste là, on va le faire en tirer. Et encore une fois, le fait qu'on ait le support de poitrine, ça va vraiment permettre de tirer bien comme il faut.
Yeah.
In terms of loading, would you go a bit lighter because we want to like have this elbow path?
Because of the elbow path, we won't be able to go heavy.
If you go heavier, you're going to do it like more like a lat pull down count.
When you get to the portion that is actually rear delts, so like true shoulder extension, you're either going to go whoop, or you're going to go whoop.
Yeah.
You're going to lat, or you're going to just limit and
Traps.
shrug like crazy.
Yeah.
I want elbows drive, 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 drive. Your shoulders get to a place where like they're retracted, but they're not completely retracted, and then you drive through your humerus at the very end.
How can we simplify? Because elbow position in pulling is extremely important, right? If we want to focus more on lat, we want something which is more in this plane, and an elbow that comes like the closest to the hip as possible, kind of.
Yeah.
Right? If we want more upper back, the extreme would be like a 90 pull. For real delt, what is important is shoulder extension, so how it passes the body, right? Mm-hmm. And that is mostly achieved, like you were saying, around 45 degrees, kind of.
Yeah, between 30 and 45. If you go into shoulder extension, you see like I don't have much here, I don't have much here. If I just like go here and then abduct until I can get the most, like there. Like that's where I want to do my rear delt row.
And would you have like a foolproof tip? Because for some people it's hard to understand the difference between like a rear delt pull or just like a upper back row, like.
Yeah, first test that position.
Yeah.
But then like drive your elbows back, you'll feel like lat things. And then bring your elbows out a little bit, keeping your neck as long as possible and your scaps down.
Okay.
Right? We don't want to move your scap. We want to move your humerus on your scap, which is not the case here. Here we're focusing on upper back movement. Here we're focusing on the movement of the humerus, right? The scaps will move as the humerus moves in the lengthened position. We want to think about like isolating rear delts. Some people say like keep the scap stable and just move the humerus.
Yeah.
I don't love that.
I actually tried that for years and it was really hard for me.
Yeah.
My body just didn't really want to do it in a sense.
Especially like on laterals, people start doing it. They'll be like, oh, keep your scap down, get your traps out of it.
Yeah.
It's like, no, like once you go past 60 degrees,
Your trap is gonna
your
like,
trap wants to turn on because it wants to upperly rotate your shoulder. Don't stop that. Like you want as much muscle contracting as possible. Your body's smarter than you are. Like
Yeah.
just put it in the right spot
Yeah.
and things will move. All right.
Donc vous voyez, il y a une contraction des muscles qui sont entre ces scapulas, donc rhomboïde et trapèze, mais il essaye vraiment de tirer son coude derrière. Et vous pouvez voir qu'il n'y a pas d'élévation par contre de la scapula. Il se focus vraiment sur l'arrière d'épaule, ici et là.
There it is. I think the lean back is the play on this machine. See how he's leaning back here? The cable doesn't go straight. Cable goes on an angle. He wants it to be perpendicular with him, so he's leaning back, making the machine fit him. Perfect. Rear delts is what we want. Looks good.
Okay, like show me the body by backs.
You're
like,
first, man.
What do you mean I'm first?
You're
the
first.
sensei, man. Like I need to follow. I need to replicate. How can I replicate without seeing? So any tips for pull-ups?
Any tips?
Just pull yourself to the bar.
Keep this in. And then
So you can take maximum advantage of your
lats. The biggest tip, you're not pulling up.
Putting around.
You're pulling around. So like your body is going around.
You could pull straight up if you would like put yourself really back in a sense.
Yeah, depending on what muscles you want to target. Like a pull-up is a compound movement. We do want to like tilt back a smidge. I shouldn't be tilting back so much that it becomes a row.
Yeah.
Because at the bottom, I need to get my arms over my head and I can't get my arms over my head here. I need to get my arms over my head here.
Would you say that like a pronated pull-up is more like a upper body drill still?
Upper body or upper back?
Upper back.
Upper back, yeah.
Yeah. So show us how it's done. Donc vous pouvez voir qu'il garde une rétroversion du bassin. pour maintenir justement la tension. That's all?
Yeah.
Actually, why are we doing that now?
Yeah.
Why would I not do that like weighted pull-ups in the beginning of my session?
So there's kind of like two thought processes. If you do pull-ups at the start of the workout,
Yeah.
you're probably not taking anything to failure. The load is so high that you're just unstable up there. You're gonna fail because you're unstable. You're not gonna fail because muscles.
Yeah.
If we do them at the end, now we're already fatigued, so stability isn't the limiting factor. Muscles will be the limiting factor. In a hypertrophy context, both make sense. Like if I was making a program, heavy pull-ups would be in one day, and then some other kind of pull-up would be later in another day at the end of like a second pull workout or upper body workout.
No.
Key here, keep your feet
In front of the
Keep
body.
your feet in front of the body.
Yeah.
If you do that, like you don't have to think about any spine things at all. Pull up key. It's impossible to get my arm over my head when my head is jammed up like this.
That's true.
You see this? That's what you just saw up there, right? If I'm here, now I can get my arm over my head.
That's true.
Right? Don't look up at the bar, look straight.
I need to take my hat off. I'm gonna not be a little bitch. I'm gonna do like 5 reps if I need to do 5 reps, but they're gonna be like so beautiful. He's gonna be like moist.
I'm already moist. Keep your feet in front of you. There you go. Nice. Table laterals. There we go. I don't put the cuff on my wrist. The hand is the foot. So,
No, the hand is the hand.
no, the hand is the foot. So if I need to move my shoulder, I need to put pressure into my hand. I can't put pressure into my hand if the cuff is around my wrist, right? I want to push into the inside of my hand, which is going to help me internally rotate my shoulder, which is going to help me pull the weight up.
Why would you use that instead of a handle?
I like how it feels. The handle I'm like grabbing, like the way I use it is like the cuff can wrap around my hand, but I still get to grab as well. So it's like the best of both worlds. Shout out Atlantis for making a handle one.
We like that a lot. If Atlantis wants to sponsor our gym,
Lateral tip, always go 0 RIR.
allez jusqu'à l'échec musculaire.
Lateral raise tip 2, don't be a little bitch.
Go to failure, don't be a little bitch.
5 minutes later.
Sternum up, dog.
I can't do it with your thing. It's so weird. And then,
Yeah, and then grab. Yeah, there we go.
like that.
Yeah. I don't know, just do it wherever feels good, dude.
Doesn't feel good, that's the thing. Fuck this thing. I'm gonna do it here.
This guy, so high maintenance.
It's broken. The thing is broken. Look. It's not my fault.
This guy, 10 minutes later, he hasn't even done one set of laterals. Better?
Feels so much better, yeah. I'm always not wanting to go there
Why?
because I feel like I'm literally like doing it on the side, you know?
Does it feel better?
So much better.
Okay, so basically, if your scap is coming over here, I just keep the scap where it is, and then I turn that away. Now you have internal rotation. You can't internally rotate with my scap forward.
But like literally, like it's always what I'm feeling. I'm like, but no, but it's not the right position, you know?
Incline curl?
Yeah?
Cable?
Outside, cable.
Yeah. Ouais.
Ça se passe, non?
Ouais.
Donc maintenant, on va passer sur un curl incliné, Bayesian curl, comme vous voulez l'appeler. Donc c'est dans une position où on a une extension d'épaule, donc on vient étirer le biceps et on travaille dans cette position étirée. Ce qui est pas mal, c'est qu'on a travaillé le biceps sur tous les exercices de tirage. Et là, on vient finir avec un petit peu d'isolation sur les biceps. Kyle est en train de nous montrer comment ça se passe. What are you looking for? Like shoulder extension?
Yeah, so scap down,
Scap down.
shoulder extended. That's the key. As we come up, people go,
Yeah.
right? Or as we go back, people go, right? We're not lengthening bicep here. We're not really shortening bicep here.
So you should just work in the range where your scap stays down.
Yeah. Scaps down, down. There we go. Keep them there. Sternum up more. There we go. See this space? We have a scap that's down instead of coming over the rib cage. This is perfect, right? Now we don't have a lot of stress here. We actually put stress on bicep instead of dumping this over the top. See how he gets tired? Starts to lose it a little bit,
Yeah.
right? And this starts to happen, we're done. Cut it, go back. This is why this one, I like doing it after some other more stabilized bicep exercise like a preacher, or bicep are the limiting factor so we can get that stimulus instead of scap stability being the limiting factor.
It's not easy. If you're trying to keep the position right.
Preacher before this is like, it's my shit. All I'm thinking about, shoulders down.
Nice, Zach. So for people who want to get in touch with you, get some programming, coaching,
Coach Baxter, Instagram.
everything in the description.
If you got a quick question, Coach Baxter, hit me in the DMs.
If you want better training, if you're struggling with pain, that's your
Injuries,
guy.
pain.
Voilà, beaucoup d'astuces pour votre training. La tension mécanique, c'est le premier driver de l'hypertrophie, mais apprendre à mettre la tension mécanique où il faut, en se plaçant bien, en exécutant les exercices correctement, va faire la différence entre quelqu'un qui progresse et quelqu'un qui reste à un niveau intermédiaire. J'espère que ça vous aura plu. N'oubliez pas de vous abonner, d'appuyer sur la cloche de notification. Si vous avez des questions, demandez-les dans les commentaires. Et moi, je vous retrouve dans la prochaine vidéo. Ciao.
If you weren't subscribed, you're a bad person. I'll tell you that much for free.